Alright, let's finish up this figure. We have established now basically the figure itself as we're going to put a coat on him. This coat right here. As you can see, I come in here. Now this is kind of, you really have to use the tip of your knife to come in here, because now you can use a V-tool. Watch, you can use a V-tool to come in here. There you go, just like that. I was just using the tip of my knife to make where the coat area is. Okay, now I'm going to just kind of bring this area down here and come across here with the pants. And bring this down. And the shirt. Just like that. So if you look at it, he's basically this way. Okay. Now let's go ahead and bring these shoes down a little bit more. And I like to bring those shoes kind of up. Down a little bit. And over here the same way. Just going to bring that down. Ooh. Okay, for some reason, had a little bit of problem right there. Hit a snag. Okay. And let's come in between those legs and just sort of cut our little crouch area in there, where it's basically sitting down. Okay, we're going to come over here now, and we're going to draw, we're going to cut for our hand, just like we did at the other one. And we come from the inside, of course. We cut our hand. We just go down there like that. Okay? Now, we also want to be very, very careful, but we want to cut for our hand in here. And you want to go into this area right here. So we're going to cut. Be careful, because this doesn't have any backup to it. We come from the inside. There, just like that. We come from the inside. Just like that. Okay. Just sort of do like that, in other words. Just sort of bring that together. Not together necessarily, but like that. Okay? See that? And we come up here, and we want to make our cut in here to where the arm is. You have to do that, and then you make this cut here and bring that up like that. Okay? Okay. Alright, now let's go over here and let's make a cut here. That's our elbow, that's for our little elbow cuts, and a cut here. Alright, that's just to give us our little elbow cuts that we have. Just making sure. You can take a V-tool and do the same thing. Watch this. See? I'm just establishing, see where it looks, you get the look of the hand. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and take some of this off here. And take some of this off here where the coat is. Alright. And just sort of establish this. We don't want to do a lot of cutting back here and in here, because this is what sits on the... We're just going to bring this down just a little bit. where he's sitting. And I'm just going to dig out a little bit in there just to clean it up. Okay. Now let me take my V tool and I'm just going to cut a little. I'm going to come here and just make a little cut from my thumb. Okay, just like that. And then take my V tool and do my fingers, just like that. See? And I can also do it for my fingers, but let's just kind of separate that a little bit. Now in here, we want to be very, very careful, but if a hand is on this side, then look and see where your thumb is, of course. So the thumb is on this side, okay? So what we're basically going to do is just kind of, with our V tool, now be careful, see I'm holding against this, and then make the cuts down just like this. And then come up a little bit, just a little bit, just to signify that, alright? Where it cuts like that. Alright, now I'm going to bring this back just a little bit, clean that up just a little bit in there, and come down here and make a cut. That's my elbow cuts. Make a cut, and that is my elbow cuts in there, okay? Just like that. Alright, I'm just going to clean a little of this stuff up in here. And I want to take my V tool now, and I want to come back up here, and I want to go ahead and make my hair back here. Okay, just kind of make my hair back here. Place I missed. Alright, and I'm just going to clean it up around in here. Just, there we go. Clean a little of that up and around there, the way it looks. And we're going to go ahead and make our hair for our beard. Come down here and just kind of make it on the beard itself. I just sort of didn't mean anything. It just hit a little snag. And we come to our mustache, and very carefully we just make our little okay. Alright. Now you can always just kind of take your V tool and just kind of, you can even take your knife and scratch the beards in there, in other words. I always use a little V tool. But it's kind of from the side, you can see the beard and everything like that. I want to just cut into this a little bit more. There. Make that a little bit stronger. Like that. And come over here, and where the hand is, you want to be sure and make your little hand. Take my knife and do that. Okay, just like that. Okay. Now we'll just kind of fix it up a little bit. Actually, this doesn't matter back here because basically it's going to be sitting on a thing, and that will be covered. So you don't really have to worry about that back there. Okay. We are there. We're there. Except for the cleanup. You know, I have to do some cleaning up on him. But look at this. Here. Now look. See, they're going to be right across from one another. And let me wet him. Let me wet him. Add a little bit more. There we go. Let me wet him. Always take my knife and make sure. There we go. Oh, brother. Now, just imagine these two old guys sitting across from one another. Now, one of the things we can do, I didn't do it, but just like we added some wrinkles, we can add some wrinkles into his pants, and some wrinkles in his pants. Back and all that stuff, in other words, even though you're not going to see them back there too much. I wouldn't worry too much about wrinkles back here, but if they're going to be seen from the outside, just see, you make your pants wrinkles. Okay, now look at that. Two old men sitting on. I may put a cigar in this one's mouth and everything like that, but you've got two old men now sitting across from one another, and they're going to be playing checkers. And I'll show you. We'll make a little checker table, and we're going to get some little branches, and they're going to be sitting on those that look like stools. And so there is our second little checker player that we have. One with no hat, one with a hat, in other words, and they'll look cute when they're painted and everything like that. But we still have the checkered board and all that stuff. We're going to make that, and if we want to add a little, I may add a little dog. I don't know yet if I'm going to do that or not to the checker game or whatever. But you have an idea of what they both look like. Okay. All right. Well, these are our little checker players right now, and we have got them. We got a lot of cleanup to do. I've got some cleanup to do and stuff like that, but just kind of show you how to do them. But these are the two old guys that's going to be sitting across from one another. Okay. All right. God bless you now, and. That's our second checkered player.